Hello, my name is Chris Betteridge. I'm a personal trainer from Hampshire. I'm here to show you hopefully how to do a Turkish Get Up. I'm going to take you through each stage in turn, and we're going to do a few repetitions of each stage, which is really quite a nice way of breaking it down and gradually building it up. I'm going to show you how you can do it with a kettlebell, which is the traditional piece of kit that we would use, or if you haven't got one of those and you're at home stuck with nothing, a bag of rice, bag of sugar or anything like that will work just as well. You just want something to focus on in your hand in an upright position. Alright, so we're going to start off by working on that left hand side. So, when I say left hand side, we're going to start off by stabilising on that left hand side. So we are going to lie yourself down, all the way down flat. Right, you're going to bend the right knee and you're going to keep the right hand vertical, and that is where you would traditionally have a kettlebell, and you'd hold the kettlebell in your hand like so. Alright, the aim when you're moving is to keep an absolutely perfectly vertical arm all the way up and all the way down. Alright, so if you haven't got a kettlebell, a bag of rice will do the trick. Alright, my trick and what my recommendation would be is to hold it with an open palm. Wouldn't do it with the kettlebell, but you can with a bag of rice. And all we're going to do then is, as you move, you're going to have to now keep your arm perfectly straight, otherwise you'll drop it. Right, so if you let the hand go this way, the bag of rice starts to fall off. So nice straight arm, open palm. The first part of the movement, we're going to use the elbow, press the left elbow into the floor. We're going to come up to the left elbow, up to the left hand. That's one. We're going to come down to the elbow, down to the back. Back up to the elbow, up to the hand. Down to the elbow, down to the floor. Try and keep that perfectly vertical arm. Keep your eyes, keep your mind focused on that bag of rice. Down to the elbow, down to your back. Back up and forth. Down to the elbow, down to the back. And then that last one, and we'll stop there at the hand. So you place that hand there, and you're going to keep that arm perfectly vertical. And the next stage of the movement is to lift the hip and lower. Lift the hip and lower. Now, the higher you can get the hip, the better. The straighter the arm, the better. Now you'll notice that we're working the shoulder now into a slightly different position at the top from that vertical position up here. So now it's almost a vertical on from the side and down. Come up to the last one and hold. And this time we're going to drag the knee through. I'm going to try and come into a placement knee there, and then we're going to drag the foot back. Now if you're struggling for space, try and drag the sole of the foot past the inside of the ankle and then put the knee down. It'll give you a little bit more space. You're almost coming along the side like that. And then 3, good, and 4, and 1 more, and 5, finish with that knee. Now we're going to do a side bend. Alright, so really focus on that shoulder. You're going to bend, and you've got a little bit of rotation then. So we go from the side, up to vertical, to the side, to vertical. You should get that rotation through the shoulder. You're almost pivoting underneath the arm. Good. We can do one more. Pivot underneath the arm. Good. And the last stage, the final stage of that get up, is a lunge to a stand and back down. Nice vertical arm the whole way, up and back down. Up, back down, and last round. Good. Now then, let's try it on the other side before we go any further. So if you come all the way down onto your back, and this time you're going to have the right leg straight and the left hand up. Now again, it's the same scenario. We want that left arm to be perfectly vertical. We want the left knee to be bent with the foot grounded, and we're then lying completely flat. From there, you're going to come up across the elbow, use the elbow, and then up to the hand, and then come down to the elbow so you get that little twist, and then back down to the back again. Up again, and up. Nice straight vertical arm. Now that hand is going to want to lead. It's going to want to pull you forwards. So hold it back, hold it over the shoulder, use that elbow, and force the work. Try and be strong and slow and as controlled as you can. You do one more up to the top. Good, and then just like on the other side, you're going to place that hand nice and strong into there, keep that arm vertical, and we're going to drive the hip and back down. And you're predominantly using that left foot and the right hand. So it's that cross-sectional strength from leg to arm as you lift that hip and lower. Try and use that foot and the hand as you go up and back down. Good. You can do one more and hold the top. And then again, it's that drag. Normally the hardest part, all right, because it's all about creating that space for the foot to come through and onto the knee, and then back. Foot to come through, onto the knee, and back. Two more like that, onto the knee, and back, and onto the knee. Well done. Keep that arm vertical. Now we're going to do that side bend. We're going to come up and back down. Again, nice and vertical. We're going to pull that bicep right to the ear, and then across to the side, up to the ear, and then down. Keep that arm vertical underneath. Pivot underneath. One more. Well done. Now then, last stage on this side. Lunge to the top and down. Arm is still vertical. Try and use that front leg to pull us on the way up. So pull with that front leg rather than push with that back leg. Two more. Last one. Well done. Shake it off. Shake it off. Right then. So what we're going to do now, we're going to put that through, put that together, and we're going to do a get up all the way up to the top, all the way back to all the way back to the floor, and we're going to do that in one nice flow. So we're not going to repeat each stage. Now that we know them, we're going to work through them. I will pause with you at each junction so that we've got enough time and we've got enough pace then to go through, and we'll do it together. Okay. So bring yourself all the way down to the floor. Lie yourself up nice and flat and choose either the bag of rice or the kettlebell. I'll show you the kettlebell now. So the right knee is bent, which means that the weight or the bag of rice or nothing, if you don't have anything, nothing works absolutely fine. As long as you've got that focus and you don't let that hand go forwards and you keep that arm vertical, nothing works absolutely beautifully as well. So arm goes up as vertical as we possibly can, as strong through that arm as we can. And we're going to go up in one nice flow. All right. So this time we're going to start from the floor. I'm going to come up to the elbow, up to the hand. Good. Quick pause here, and then we're going to lift the hip, nice and stable. Then we're going to drag the leg, nice and stable. Then we've got that side bend, nice and vertical with the arm, and then lift up to the top. Good. And now we've got to reverse. So we're going to come back down to the knee, nice and vertical, and then we're going to come down with the hand, got that side bend, nice and slow and controlled. And then you've got that leg drag, keep the hip up, slowly over that hip, and then it's the elbow, and then it's the hand, and we're home. Well done. We're going to do two more like that. So, press that hand back up, nice and vertical arm. Nice slow lift up to the elbow. Try and keep that arm vertical, try not to let it lead. And then you're going to come up to the hand. Good, nice and strong through the hand and the foot. As you lift the hip, drag the knee under. Side bend, nice and slow. Lunge to stand. Vertical arm, nice and tall. Keep the core engaged, reverse. Down to the knee. Side bend, nice and slow. Good. Keep the hips high as you drag the leg through. Sink down to the hips, down to the elbow, down to the back, and we're home. Good. Once more. Up it goes. Arm vertical. Come up to the elbow, up to the hand. Drive the hip, drag the leg. Side bend, lunge, reverse, side bend. Drag the foot, lower the hip, elbow, and home. Well done. So bring yourself up, give a little bit of shake off, and we'll try it on the other side. We want to try and keep the same consistency, the same control on the way up on this side as well. All right, for most of us, including myself, it's my weaker side because that left arm is the one that's going to try and stay vertical the whole time. But we'll get through it together. You ready? So you're going to lie yourself down, and we start with a vertical arm position on that left arm. We're going to get the left knee bent. We're lying down flat with the right leg extended. Good, now we've got to sit up to the right elbow. Good, keep that arm vertical as you come up to the hand. Well done. Lift, and then drag the knee, side bend, and lunge. Nice and slow on the reverse. Knee down, almost lost it there. Hand goes down, good. That one's perfect, keep it going. Leg goes through, keep the hip high, down to the floor, down to the elbow, down, all the way down and home. Well done. That was one. We've got two more. So, nice straight arm, punch it up. Elbow first, then up to the hand. Lift the hip, drag the knee. Side bend, lift with that lunge. Nice slow return. Side bend down, good. Slow through, keep the hip up. Nice and slow down with the hips. Elbows next, lying down all the way. And we're home. One more round then, and we'll call it a day. Nice press. And elbow and hand. Keep that hand back, as vertical as you possibly can. Lift the hip, nice and strong. Drag the leg, nice and composed. Side bend, strong lunge to the top. Reverse down. Side bend down to the floor. Keep the hip high, drag the foot. Slowly lower the hip. Elbows next, all the way down. And we are home. Well done. That is a basic tutorial for the Turkish Get Up. It can be done with a kettlebell of any weight or size. It can be done with a bag of rice, any weight or size, or it can be done with an empty palm. The most crucial thing in it is that the arm stays vertical the whole time. A football works well, baseball, basketball, anything like that works beautifully. All right, or as I said, absolutely nothing. Do what you can with it. Start off with that breakdown that we did at the beginning. Really train in those fine motor skills on each of those positions. If you found that tough at the beginning, stick with that. Build up the strength before you ask yourself to try and put it all together. Learn the basics, build the movement after you've got that muscle memory in there already. All right, it's been really fun. I hope you're doing really well. Stay active, stay positive, and we will beat it together. Thank you, Lucozade, for putting this together. Really good initiative, and I hope it gets a lot of support. It deserves it. Well done. Take care.